Hi, I'm Len May, and I'm the CEO co-founder of Endocannabinoid Health. We're an endocannabinoid genomics company, and I have the distinct pleasure of having Dr. Chris Spooner join me, who's a naturopathic specialist, and we're going to discuss this topic and many others. Tune in. Thanks.
Can cannabis raise immunoglobulin levels?
Immunoglobulins. So again, it's like I'm going to be a broken record here. Maybe yes, maybe no. It depends on the type of immunoglobulin that you're talking about. So for people who are curious, okay, what the hell is an immunoglobulin, right?
That was my next question, by the way.
Yeah, well, let's start with that. So basically, if we're talking about, if we go back to our military analogy again, so I liken the antibodies to kind of like the canine corpse, right? Basically, the dogs, they're trained to go after something particular. They go and track it down, latch onto it, and then hold it in place until the MPs come and grab it. And that's kind of what antibodies do. Antibodies are directed. They basically go after a specific target. They lock onto it, and then a white blood cell comes along and swallows it up and gets rid of it. Now, there's different types of classes of antibodies or immunoglobulins. So immunoglobulins are antibodies, they're the same thing. And so you have 5 different classes. And again, these are kind of like guard dogs. And so some dogs are, more aggressive. So maybe you've got the Doberman, or sometimes you've got the lazy Basset Hound, and, some dogs just don't hunt, right? So you've got to be aware of and be very specific about what type of antibody are you looking at. And, some classes, again, the cannabinoids seem to lower that response because they're lowering the immune system. They start to dampen it down. There's some interesting stuff that talks about it switching the response from one class of antibody to another. So suddenly it takes your Doberman and turns it into a Chihuahua or something, right? And it becomes a different immune response. And the one that it seems to ramp up is the one that's more involved with allergies, or called immunoglobulin type E. And so is there something going on in there as well too, or has that got to do more with damage in the lungs or these types of things? But the short answer is that, it looks like cannabis on a whole suppresses the immune function. It lowers some of the immunoglobulin levels. It may be involved in switching the class of immunoglobulins, which could be helpful or maybe problematic in some particular situations.
So I'll throw a wrench in your analogy because I have a Chihuahua and Pinscher mix. So now they hunt, they're aggressive, and they're also kind of laid back. So
exactly, yeah.
Have some of those hybrid immunoglobulins as well, right?
There you go. Okay, well, thanks for throwing that in there and just confusing everybody even more, right? So there you go.
Hey everyone, I hope you found this information super helpful. Please don't forget to subscribe below right here, and stay tuned for all the latest and greatest from Endocannabinoid and what we have to say about your endocannabinoid system and DNA. Because remember, cannabis is personal. Stay healthy, stay well. Thank you.